The fundamental principle enunciated by Bahá'u'lláh is that divine revelation is a continuous and progressive process. In this new paradigm, what are commonly considered as distinct religions actually represent successive stages in the spiritual evolution of humanity. The religion of God revealed to man through his messengers or manifestations has always been the form and channel through which God has made his will known to man. Bahá'u'lláh has recast the very conception of religion, clarifying that religion is not merely a set of dogmas and beliefs, but the main force that has driven the progress of the human spirit and fostered the development of consciousness. The creative word and the spiritual forces released by each of his manifestations have been the impulses that have created different civilizations and have motivated the advancement of the human spirit. In the following passages, Baha'u'lláh clarifies what these spiritual forces mean and how they act in society. No sooner is this resplendent word uttered than its animating energies, stirring within all created things, give birth to the means and instruments whereby such arts can be produced and perfected. All the wondrous achievements ye now witness are the direct consequences of the revelation of this name. In the days to come, ye will verily behold things of which ye have never heard before. Over the past 2 centuries, we have developed a deep awareness of the progressive and evolutionary nature of countless processes around us. This is evident across diverse fields, including the various branches of science, human development, learning methodologies, and technological advancement, among others. However, paradoxically, we find it difficult to accept this same progressive character when it comes to divine revelation to humanity. This resistance persists despite the fact that divine revelation can be seen as an equally dynamic process, evolving in response to the changing needs of human society. Divine revelations fulfill a dual function. They illuminate the spiritual reality of the human being and provide the necessary impulses for the emergence of new civilizations. In the context of this renewed civilizing impetus given to humanity, new paradigms emerge. Among them, Baha'u'lláh proclaims a fundamental one, the oneness of humanity. The principle of the oneness of mankind, the pivot round which all the teachings of Baha'u'lláh revolve, is no mere outburst of ignorant emotionalism or an expression of vague and pious hope. Its implications are deeper. It represents the consummation of human evolution. It carries with it no more and no less than a solemn assertion that attainment to this final stage in this stupendous evolution is not only necessary, but inevitable. In the last 2 centuries, coinciding with the revelation of Baha'u'lláh, humanity has experienced an extraordinary scientific, technological, and economic advancement that has transformed the lives of all inhabitants of the earth. This unprecedented progress has redefined our way of living, working, and relating to each other. Yet, amidst this unprecedented technological progress, our global society confronts a cascade of intensifying and interrelated crises. The prevailing social frameworks, whether rooted in materialistic philosophies, Darwinian competition, Freudian psychology, or doctrines depicting humanity as inherently sinful, have failed to create systems that fulfill the deeper needs and authentic aspirations of most people worldwide. This fundamental disconnect between our material capabilities and our social arrangements has created mounting tensions that call into question the very foundations upon which our current civilization rests. Anticipating this reality, Baha'u'lláh warns us in his writings, The signs of impending convulsions and chaos can now be discerned, inasmuch as the prevailing order appeareth to be lamentably defective. And later reveals, soon will the present-day order be rolled up and a new one spread out in its stead. In an unprecedented act in religious history, Baha'u'lláh established, in his own handwriting, a new administrative framework to organize his followers at every level, local, national, and international. Regarding this groundbreaking social structure, he proclaims, "The world's equilibrium hath been upset through the vibrating influence of this most great, this new world order. Mankind's ordered life hath been revolutionized through the agency of this unique, this wondrous system, the like of which mortal eyes have never witnessed." Current social structures are marked by a range of problematic traits that both reflect and perpetuate narrow and limited understandings of human nature. Our institutions, from politics to business, often operate under a paradigm of constant confrontation, instead of seeking collaboration and consensus. Political systems tend to foster polarization and division, creating an us versus them environment that hinders collective progress. Social structures are frequently designed around the acquisition and maintenance of power. A constant struggle for control and influence is promoted, often at the expense of the common good. Those who hold positions of authority frequently use their influence to maintain and expand their dominion. The structure of our current social organizations stands in stark contrast to Baha'u'llah's vision of the oneness of humanity and the true nature of the human being. This glaring disparity between these divine principles and the reality of our present institutions underscores the urgent necessity to reimagine and reform our models of social organization. The oneness of mankind. Beyond mere romantic sentiment, this concept is embodied in a practical and innovative model of administration and decision-making, one that the Baha'i community has been actively developing and refining for the past 90 years. The innovative democracy and key features of the Baha'i administrative model, as established by Baha'u'lláh, are reflected in a radically democratic vision, one that eliminates candidacies and electoral propaganda while removing the pursuit of power. Universal participation is ensured through a novel concept in which all community members are both electors and eligible for election. This principle applies at local, national, and international levels. The elected bodies are designed as institutions of service rather than positions of power. The Baha'i administrative model offers a radical reimagining of democratic processes and decision-making by eliminating electoral campaigns, the pursuit of power, and the imposition of opinions. It fosters an environment where decisions are guided by the merit of ideas and the common good rather than personal ambition or partisan interests. The Bahá'í Faith does not seek to impose its system of governance, but rather to offer an alternative perspective on global organization. This approach is rooted in Baha'u'llah's vision of the oneness of humanity and the true nature of the human being. Inevitably, whether through conscious choice or the mounting pressure of escalating crises, humanity will be compelled to seek alternative models of global governance. In this context, the Baha'i community humbly offers an unprecedented experience, more than 9 decades of practical implementation of a global governance system put into operation in hundreds of thousands of localities, spanning all social classes and nations of the world. This model stands out by prioritizing the holistic development of the human being and the full realization of their potential. It equitably includes all nations, transcending traditional geopolitical barriers and grounds its administrative structure in principles of service and collaboration rather than the pursuit of power.